Good morning, class. Today's topic is Laplace transform. Laplace transform. From last few classes, we have studied the Fourier transform and we have calculated the valid Fourier transform del t. What is the Fourier transform of del t? 1 and e की पावर माइनस a की फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म 1 अपॉन a प्लस j ओमेगा वैलिड फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म एंड यस f t 1 minus 1 to 1. What is the Fourier transform of this signal? Fourier transform of this signal 1 upon what is the Fourier transform of this signal? E. These are the Fourier transform. These are the valid Fourier transform. These are the valid Fourier transform because these three signals f t satisfying both a periodicity and also Dirichlet condition. Now we have calculated one more transformation ut and Fourier transform of ut was 1 upon j omega. So, but it was not a valid. It is not a valid Fourier transform. Why? Because it was not satisfying the Dirichlet condition. So del t. What is the del t? This is the del t impulse signal. So its area is always equal to 1, which is less than infinite. Dirichlet condition e की power minus a t. E की power minus a t. Its area is also finite because this signal is decreasing with respect to time and t is equal to infinite, its amplitude becomes 0. So it has a finite area. It's all finite area, which means less than infinite. And yet by seeing this signal we can also say that this is a finite area signal. Minus 1 to 1. Area is less than infinite. What about ut? If you see the structure of unit step signal, then this is ut. Its amplitude is constant with respect to time. When we calculate the area of this signal, then this area is always going to be infinite. So by watching the signal structure, you can say that this area, this signal will satisfy the Dirichlet condition because its area is infinite, and this signal will not satisfy the Dirichlet condition because its area is going to be infinite. So by seeing the structure of this signal, we can directly say that the valid Fourier transform cannot be possible for those signals whose area is going to be infinite. So what will happen for such type of signal? Now any signal whose area is going to be infinite with this, or we can say ft. Those signal whose amplitude is increasing with respect to time, or those signal whose amplitude is constant with respect to time. Such type of signal have always infinite area. So Fourier transform cannot be possible for such type of signal. So what we can do? We can multiply in such type of signal a decreasing function. if we multiply e की power minus sigma t, which is always a decreasing function, if we multiply e की power minus sigma t in such type of signal, then overall effect will be reducing in nature and we will get finite area. So here sigma should be greater than 0. The overall effect should be decreasing in nature. We cannot say that sigma is always greater than 0. The overall exponential function should be decreasing in nature. Then what will happen? In Fourier transform, f omega minus infinite to infinite, if we want to calculate for all the signal, or we can say if we want to generate such a tool which is valid for all the signal, then we need to multiply e की power minus sigma t in the given signal. By multiplying, we can say that this function will satisfy the Dirichlet condition. So this is the Fourier transform. Now signal will convert into this. Earlier it was ft. Now we are generating a tool for all signals. So now this ft will convert into ft e की power minus sigma t. And what was the earlier minus j omega t dt. Now this tool is valid for all the signals. Why? Because we are multiplying e की power minus sigma t in the given signal ft. So we don't know ft is satisfying or not Dirichlet condition, but now after multiplying e की power minus sigma t, now we are sure that ft e की power minus sigma t will satisfy the Dirichlet condition. So in the next step, minus infinite to infinite, ft e की power minus sigma plus j omega t dt. What happens next? If we put s is equal to sigma plus j omega, then what happened? Fourier transform will become minus infinite to infinite ft e की power minus st dt. And what is known as this tool? This is known as Laplace transform. This is known as Laplace transform. Now, what is the existence condition, or we can say how we will check the value of sigma for the given signal? So, from the Dirichlet condition, once again, first signal, second. From the Dirichlet condition, minus infinite to infinite, ft e की power minus st dt should be less than infinite. Minus infinite to infinite ft e की power minus sigma t e की power minus j omega t dt should be less than infinite. The magnitude of e की power minus j omega t is always equal to 1. So minus infinite to infinite mod ft e की power minus sigma t dt should be less than infinite. So from this condition we can find the region sigma, we can find the value of sigma for ft, for which value of sigma this signal has finite energy, and this range of sigma is known as region of convergence. This range of sigma is known as region of convergence, ROC. So from this condition we can calculate the value of, or we can say the range of ROC for the given signal, and from this signal we can transform the given signal into Laplace domain. So what is Laplace domain? What is Laplace domain? This is sigma and this is j omega. This is the Laplace domain, and from this condition we can calculate the range of the sigma, which is also known as ROC of the given signal. Range of sigma will be, we will show the range of sigma in this Laplace domain. If we put in this equation sigma is equal to 0, then fs is equal to minus infinite to infinite ft e की power minus sigma t into minus j omega t dt. If we put sigma is equal to 0, then this signal become minus infinite to infinite ft e की power minus j omega t dt. So when sigma is equal to 0, then Laplace transform will become equal to the Fourier transform. If, once again I am repeating this line, if sigma is equal to 0, then Laplace transform will become equal to the Fourier transform. So if in Laplace domain, if sigma is equal to 0, then this line will become this line. If sigma is equal to 0, then this line will become as a representation of Fourier transform. So if anybody is asking about Fourier transform in Laplace domain, then you can say that if this vertical line in Laplace domain, this vertical line that is j omega axis, j omega axis in Laplace domain will represent the Fourier transform of the given signal. Once again I am repeating this line, j omega axis in Laplace domain, j omega axis in Laplace domain will represent the Fourier transform of the given signal. So this is the content of the today class. Thank you very much.